We'll cross over now to my colleague Caleb Kuda, who is at the Greater Accra Regional Hospital known as RIDGE, where some of the students who collapsed here have been sent to for further treatment.
Tears rolled down the cheeks of Elizabeth Agbe, who just regained consciousness moments after passing out at the Black Star Square. Struggling to catch her breath, I asked Nanaya, who brought her here, what happened.
Well, there are a lot of students packed at the Independence Square or the Black Star Square. So it was the heat and stampede. Most of the children are collapsing at the pack. So I have to accompany this lady, this young lady, who was part of the people seeking for placement at the senior high school. And she passed out. So I accompanied her to the RIDGE hospital where the ambulance got her. It was about 15 to 20 minutes before we were able to get even ambulance to bring her to the hospital.
Not far from her is Christiana Atiga, who, unlike Elizabeth, is lying on a stretcher. She tells me she feared she was dead when she passed out in a stampede to have her school at Krachi in the T region changed.
School at Citi at the Citi region, but my mom said there is class, so she wanted us to change the school. So they told us to come to Independence. So when we came, they were changing the school, so I decided to enter into the room so I couldn't change my name. They squeezed me and I was thinking that I'm dead.
20 minutes after speaking to Elizabeth, the National Ambulance Service rushed in a pregnant woman. Like Elizabeth and Christiana, she passed out in the process of seeking another placement for her ward.
Good morning. How are you? Opens you.
After she was stabilized, the other patients were discharged. It seemed that was all for the day until this young man and his mother were rushed in. Sarah Dankwa is a triage nurse here. She tells me how the hospital has prepared itself to attend to more casualties.
So far we had about 5 people, 2 young girls, another young guy, one, and then a pregnant woman. So they were rushed in, all of them were rushed in from a scene, I think for the senior high school placement or something. And then according to the EMTs who brought them, he said that they collapsed on the site. And then management quickly had to arrange. The HOD was around, Dr. Ifia Boateng, managed to get resources together to see all 5 of them, and then I think that they've all been treated and discharged.
Emergency physician specialist and head of emergency medicine department here at the Greater Accra Regional Hospital, Dr. Nana Ifia Boateng explains why people passed out.
From what we gathered, there were thousands of kids at the BC placement center around the Black Star area, and measures were not put in place. So most of them that came around were heat exhaustion, anxiety, panic attacks, and basically them not getting placement. That was what was the cause. We would have loved if there were clinic setups around the area for them, about 10 of them, so that at least they would have some small first aid there for them instead of rushing them here, because ambulances had to be called for them to come, and it was not a good thing for the kids.
For Citi News, Caleb Kuda, Greater Accra Regional Hospital, RIDGE.